we about to jump right into it. If you, like this comment I'm about to read, have the same issue, let's get right to the work, all right? This comment comes from Matt Simmons. It's coming from the reverse close grip, that pull down reel that I made talking about eliminating leg drive for more weight being moved, for the sake of more weight being moved. And I'm gonna touch on that in a second, but let's read Matt's comment. Matt says, Sal, do you have any advice for me when it comes to not feeling my back and being able to flex it while I do back movements? I've been lifting for 3 years and I've made serious arm, chest, and delt gains, but my back has always lacked because I just struggle to hit it correctly. It upsets me because I'm leaving so much gains on the table. It's not just him. He's just brave enough to talk about what he lacks. So I commend Matt for that, right? Now let's get Matt and so many more the help that they need. But before we do that, let's touch on another comment that I seen, because this is going to go hand in hand with Matt's comment. I'm going to pin this comment right here from It's Drop. It's a Ronald McDonald clown profile picture, so I mean, but whatever. It's Drop says, respectfully disagree. You can competently pull more weight while still isolating the lats by stabilizing your legs, which is not the argument at all. It is not the point that I made in that video. If you actually watch, which people don't do, if you actually watch the video, you'll understand why I said eliminate leg drive. Why? Because of people like Matt. Guys like Matt who struggle to feel the back, or who just, for the sake of adding more weight, pull more weight, but don't see development. That's what we're going to get into. Y'all can see my response to It's Drop. And then there's another guy, Kareem789, who responded to It's Drop and says, I'll put Kareem's comment. He says, I actually do a similar workout to this with the long bar. My reasoning for that movement will be for control and balance. With the long bar, with no locking of the legs at close to your body weight, will change the pace of the pull down. I can kind of understand how he's trying to word it. But then he says, I also disagree with him with pulling heavy weight. Any weight more than your body weight will create muscle girth regardless. We have to get away from this train of thought. Get out of this frame of mind that more pounds blindly means more muscle in the said area that I'm trying to train. In this case, the back. Okay, because I'm sure that, as Matt stated in his comment, 3+ years, I'm sure he hasn't been training 3 years, same weight. I'm sure that weight has increased, but regardless of weight increasing, Matt has not seen any significant gains, right? Nobody's arguing that it would create muscle girth, muscle development, but we want to be intentional behind our training. If I just go in and I'm just like, oh, more weight for the sake of the shit, right? I'm developing muscle in all the wrong places. More forearms because I'm so dependent upon how much can I pull. More bicep because I'm so concerned about how much can I pull. A nice upper back, all the stuff that stick out of a tank top. But when it comes down to it, I can't hit a front lat spread to save my damn life. And so if that's you, right? Let's go to work, baby. We got some stuff to show you. Come on. All right, Matt and fellow Natty. To start with back, right, and getting the back warm, you can do one of two things, right? You can do a dumbbell movement, but my preferred is gonna be on cables. We're gonna warm up the entire top shelf with a cross cable pull at very light weight. I'm gonna be at 7, all right? Now, when you see this, I don't want you to think, I can do the same thing on pec deck fly. I can just do a rear delt fly and extend the hands all the way back. I don't want you to do that. I want you to get this cable holder just above the shoulders, right? Now, with that, when I grab the cables, I'm gonna cross them, right? And when I cross them, I'm gonna reach out with my hands, right? So reach out with the hands, right? And you see how my back rounds? With extended hands, right, and extended arms, my back rounds. Now, as I pull across, I'm gonna bring my chest through this pull, right? Rep after rep. So the first key to getting the back primed, right, or engaged is to establish blood flow early on prior to doing any heavy type of row or any heavy pull down. I think common what you'll see on back day for guys is first movement, lat pull down, right? On the third set, they're already at 120 plus, right? But there's no blood flow, nothing established, right? So we're just gonna establish blood flow. This is gonna be a blood flow movement. Cross cable pulls, we're going for 20 here. I want you to really focus on the chest through aspect of this movement. So, boom, I'm squeezing all mid and upper back right now. Boom, 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 boom. 5, 6, I continue to find long hands. 7, 8, 9, squeezing here. 11, 12. You see how far my hands get, right? Almost like I'm creating a T with my body. 6, 5, chest through, chest through, chest through, chest through. One more, boom. Right now, at 7 pounds each side, my mid and upper back firing. Right now, ain't do a single row, ain't do a single pull down yet. Back is firing right now. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing one more time, 20 reps. All I'm gonna do, watch, is the slightest increase from 7 pounds, come here, right? From 7 to 10, from 7 to 10. I'm gonna rest about 60, no more than 75 seconds, and repeat. Same thing, right? One more set, 20 reps, right? Remember, long arms, far hands, chest through at the top of the rep. Go. 1, squeezing here. 3, 4, okay. 5, yes. 6, let's go. 7, 8, 9, 10, okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, whoo, 19, 20. Now, ooh, that feels so good. That feels so good. That's 10 pounds each side. 10. That's not a 120, 150 pound plus lat pull down to start out. 2 sets, no more than 10 pounds on cables, upper back, firing. All right, let's move on. All right, Matt and Natties. We're going a close grip, reverse pull down. Now I'm gonna demonstrate it traditionally with the leg drive, right? But we're gonna superset this movement with a cable pullover, right? So now focus on more of the lats, right? So we hit the top shelf. Now I wanna focus on a little bit more of the width, all right? So traditionally, we can come in here, overload this thing, and just keep increasing the weight, and in our head, counting the reps and counting the reps. But if you're like Matt and you've been training for 3 years, I can imagine how many back days in 3 years you've probably had where you're doing a lat pull down, close grip, wide grip, long bar, don't matter, but you're not feeling the back, right? The issue that I have with the comment made by Kareem, this idea that the more weight I put on the machine or the more weight I put on the bar blindly means more development. It's just wrong, right? And so one of the guys said like, oh, anything over your body weight is going to lead to an increase in muscle girth, right? In all the wrong places, right? We're just focused on the lats here. So Matt, right? Let's get back to Matt. Matt, I want you to get off. Eliminate leg drive. Why? Because I'm so leg drive dependent that in my head, because I can move more weight, now my back is growing. No, we're gonna take away the leg drive, which is a factor that leads to the idea that more power is now meaning more muscle. I'm gonna eliminate this and focus solely on pulling with my lats, right? So the chest through, the chest through, the chest through aspect of the movement, just like those cross cable pulls, how we're bringing the chest through with the movement coming out in front of us, right? The movement started out in front of us on those cables and we're popping chest through. Now the movement comes from above us, but we're still gonna be chest through. So with this close grip attachment, grip as forward as possible on these handles, all right? My elbows will stay here, pinned forward, not out here. Because if they were out here and I just continued to pull, my elbows land away from lats. If it looks like it's the same pull, you go in the gym and do what it is that I'm saying. Pin the elbows forward, keep them there throughout the entire range of motion. So elbows will get high. I'm pulling down through my pinkies. So between the middle, index, and thumb, very loose. I'm more so concentrated on pulling down through the pinky. Elbows lead the movement. Chest drives up through the handles, through the handles, through the handles, through the handles, through the handles. Elbows laying here. Boom. 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 Whew. Superset, right? Now over here. I'm now gonna superset with a cable pullover. All right. Now, with my cable pullover, it don't matter the attachment. So right now, just creating slight pressure and getting the weight off the stack, as you can see, I'm on my lats, right? Now, with my elbows, just like that pull down, I don't want my elbows away. I'm gonna try to pin my elbows down forward towards the floor, right? So this is the movement. Elbows scrape floors, elbows get up. As elbows drive down in, I lift my chest. This is going to help with back engagement. I cannot stress it enough. The chest through aspect of your pulls and your rows. So on this pullover, pay attention. You see my head is above my delts. I'm driving down in and I'm lifting chest, squeezing and flexing on lat. 2, yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, 10, yes, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's not a difficult movement if you understand that the body moves, right? It's not this super scientific, like super stiff and rigid style of movement. Fluidity matters. Pay attention to my forearms and my hands. If I just pulled, right? Look at my forearms and my elbows. You see how that pull, right? Where the elbows are separating at the bottom of the movement. I don't want that. I want all that weight to be a straight line down into the lats. This is why I encourage the elbows forward movement. Now, you get good here, then you go here, tuck the legs, and then move with more weight. But if the issue is engaging and feeling the lats regardless, this is why I suggest this first. Notice that if I keep from my hand down to my elbow in a straight line, as straight a line as possible, right? And I reach high and then drive down in and squeeze. Boom. 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 With the elbows shooting forward, you can see through the hoodie what that does for the lats, right? And then the second I go high, all of this good meat right here, all this lat meat stretches, I pull down in and contract. So I'm contracting here, boom, 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 and you can see the chest through the pull, boom, boom, rep after rep, rep after rep. It doesn't take a ton of weight, and it's gonna be an ego check for a lot of guys, right? Because we blindly agree to the idea that more weight is more muscle. But if after years of training, more weight has only led to self-doubt or this idea like, dang, I ain't got it. No, just adjust what it is you're doing. All right, let's move on. All right, Matt and fellow natties. Next up is going to be a Smith machine barbell row or Smith machine modified row. Now, traditional to a bent over row, right, with free weight, this is gonna help us understand engagement, right, and what the movement should look like. So when I take weight off, right, this is just the bar. I'm gonna get wide hands. I'm gonna get over this bar and set down in my hips, right, and in my butt. So my knees have a slight bend. Now as I row, boom, I'm trying to get these elbows as high as possible. So no weight, let's do no weight. If I hinge, arms are free as possible, and I row, elbows should be shooting up here towards rear delt. Again, this is gonna be an ego check, okay? Because I'm not gonna go any heavier than a 25 each side. I encourage you to do the same, okay? For engagement purposes. Now, when you get good at engagement, then the weight comes up. Weight going up should not be prioritized. I think there's too much stock put into progressive overload because it translates to the idea like it means I'm gonna get bigger and better. No weight, let's do a set of 12. I'll demonstrate a second set and then an actual working set, all right? Here we go. I fold over, long arms. My arms are as long as possible, which isn't that long because I'm short. So, with my elbows, I pull high and squeeze here. Boom. Boom. This bar should almost touch my chest. It's not going to. Boom. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, be mindful, as you're executing this pull, my elbows are not narrow, right? I'm not pulling narrow towards the ribs. I'm pulling high and wide, letting those elbows get away now, right? With more emphasis on that upper back, right? So not here. It's not a narrow pull, okay? Elbows, flare. Don't be afraid of the flare. Even if they tell you that's wrong, they lying. Boom. 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 All right, now let's show you with some weight. You see the hoodie, Natty. Hold on, what'd that hoodie say? I went to the Olympia and nobody knew you. First off, shout out my guy, Big Mike. That's my guy. Y'all know, without Big Mike, there's no me, period. And I know the whole stuff that popped off, you know, with social media and cancel culture, trying to cancel them, everything. Look, I understand, guys and girls, right? Things happen. I'm nobody to judge, and you are nobody to judge. You know what I'm saying? You probably had moments in your life where you're like, nah, I was tripping, I was tweaking, right? But I will forever be grateful for Big Mike, and you will not see me stop supporting him, and through his teachings, teach you guys, right? A lot of my content is from Big Mike Van Wyck, okay? So if you're looking for my style of teaching and coaching at a higher level, Big Mike Van Wyck. Big Mike Van Wyck, all right? Olympia, October 9th to the 12th. We'll be there. We hope you're there. We'll be there. We'll be in Vegas for like 2 weeks, actually, me and Mel. It's just kind of like our thing. It's what we do. In the hotel, eating pizza and wings. They got a lot of 24-hour spots over there, so, you know, we get hungry. Anyway, back to the training, let's work. I'm gonna demonstrate a 10 each side now, all right? 10 each side, not pulling narrow, I'm pulling high and wide. High and wide, ready? 15, let's go. 1, yep. 2, yep. 3, 4, 5, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay. 12, 13, 14. Woo. Good, now let's do a working set. I'm gonna go up 15 pounds each side, which is just a 25 each side, and then we'll move on. All right, Natties. Now, we'll demonstrate this Smith machine bent over row, and then we'll move on. You see, this for me is now gonna be a working set. I'm gonna be squeezing at the top, right? Squeezing all this good stuff, all this back, boom, squeezing, all right? Let's work. My hands are a bit wider too, note that, right? It's not a narrow pull, right? So I'm not narrowing my hands, I'm a bit wider, Woo. Ooh. Oh yeah, the weight's in trouble now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Okay. I'm more focused on the squeeze, right? I'm more focused on the contraction. I could even feel myself maybe around rep 11, get a little sloppy, right? But when I get sloppy, that's a good indication that, one, I'm moving on a line conducive to what it is that I'm trying to train, but then two, stay in it, right? When I start to fatigue and that pace starts to die out, it doesn't mean do whatever it takes to get the weight to move, right? If anything, slow down if you need to, squeeze, focus on the squeeze, and then let out. That's good stuff. Let's move on. All right, Natty. Next up, we got 2 more movements, this one and then 1 more. All right, and then we'll show you all of what the back is looking like, all right? Now, traditional cable row, right? Seated cable row. Now, some of these are set to where you can pull from above, right? Some of them have the incline seat where you can pull from beneath. This is just standard right out in front of me. If I take weight off the stack, right, and use this handle, it's good, you know what I'm saying? But if I wanted to pull higher, the issue that I'm gonna continue to run into is this forced scapular retraction thing that really is heavy amongst the female community, right? Amongst our ladies. Our ladies, they do back day. All they concerned about is that upper mid meet a day back. They ain't concerned about lats. They ain't concerned about rear delt. They're just concerned about, y'all see those? Y'all see them muscles back there? You see those? I got a back. Good on you, because I know you mean well, okay? We're gonna substitute the handle. Take this one out, bring this one in, because now I can bring this all the way through my chest, or all the way through my chest. Now with this cable row, I can hit any portion of the back that I want to. If I wanna go upper, I pull higher, right? Bring elbows as high as possible and retract as much as possible. It does not take 140, 160, anything. I'm gonna demonstrate right now with 70 pounds. If I wanted to go low, see my thumb with my chest popped up, I'm gonna drive down low, squeezing here. It's elbow dependent when it comes to these movements. I let hands get away, thumbs rest here. I drive elbows down, lifting chest through. Boom, 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 boom. Think of it like this. If I want more lower lat, I don't need so much upper back squeeze or so much retraction, right, of the scap. All I need to do is dictate where my elbows end up. So in this case, if I'm doing lower lats, I'm gonna take this portion of the handle of the attachment holder, and I'm gonna try to drive that through my belly button. All right, shoulders down, hands get long. Boom, boom. Understanding it's never gonna get through my belly button, but my lower lat fire rep after rep. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if I wanted this to be more upper, I would turn this handle down simply and pull higher. So with my elbows, boom, 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 boom. See how those elbows get behind those ribs each rep. Boom, boom, chest through, boom, chest through, boom, 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 boom. Now, mindful to note, now when I'm doing an upper back focus row, I can move more weight. But when it comes to the lower lats, and I'm trying to be a little bit more precise, dumb down that weight and focus on where the elbows end up. Woo! All right, Matt and fellow natties, the final movement that I'm gonna recommend for back engagement, right? It's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be an incline row and incline fly with dumbbells, very lightweight, right? So if you pay attention to my incline, this is probably about maybe a 35, no protractor required, right? Because I know people just, everybody's so smart, right? I would consider that probably about a 15, right? And this probably about a 35, 45 at the most. Oh wait, nope, that's actually 39.72 centimeters. Yeah, so make sure that your bench is on that. Lightweight, okay? With this lightweight, I'm gonna do this one of two ways. My chest is gonna rest at the head of this bench, right? You see how relaxed my arms are with the weight? I could throw this if I wanted to, right? It should be that way as this weight comes up. 25s, 35s, 40s, 50s, so on and so forth. Relaxed hands. Now, I'm just gonna fly as far as possible and squeeze all back, all right? Let's do it. 1, relaxed hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. 6, now you see how I'm making a T here? 8, 9, 10. Now if I wanted more, let's say, rear delt, right? Instead of being so out to the side, I'd go back towards the hip bone, right? Keeping a dead arm. No bend in the elbow, right? Just push the weight out towards the hip bones. Boom. 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 Yes. Yep. 4, 3. Okay. 2. 1 more. Good. Whew. Now, even with that being 5s, I could probably go up to 10s, 15s, but I can still challenge myself with 5s because I know how to contract. If you don't know how to contract, I highly encourage you to dumb the weight now. Get the feeling, right? Because that's what we're after. Get the feeling of like, oh, I can feel my back working. Find that at lighter weight. Then increase the weight or then do other movements that you find helpful, right? Towards your back development. We'll demonstrate one more time with 10s and that'll be a wrap. Now we at 10s, you see that, right? I ain't making it up, this ain't kilos. You know what I mean? These is pounds. So at 10 pounds, right? We're gonna finish off this session. We're gonna finish off the session now. Now this could be a finisher as we're using it. It could be a starter movement, so on and so forth. There's so much you can do with weightlifting, bodybuilding, fitness to develop muscle. Take a little bit of everything from everybody, at least the good, right? Because you don't agree with everything. It's just unrealistic, all right? But let's finish and get up out of here. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Weight is increased, still same concept, loose, relaxed arms, and go. 1, 2, 3, okay. 4, 5, 6, let's go. 7, 8, okay. 9, whew. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm going more rear delt here. 2, okay. So, what does it look like all together? Well, let's take a look. And just like that, you know what I mean? That's gonna be a wrap on this one. So hopefully hopefully you can take something from this video, and anybody else struggling with feeling the back when it comes to their back training. Drop a comment to let me know what you're having trouble with in the gym, and I will get the content out to you guys to help you all around the world. If this video was a dub, drop me a sub. As always, One Up Lifestyle, which is the sweats that I was wearing in this video. Let me show you, hold on. The One Up Lifestyle with the cross print logo. You know what I'm saying? Super fire me. Super fire. These pants and so much more. The OneUpLifestyle.com, code SalMoney to help save at checkout, all right? To the next one, y'all be safe, be smart, and don't do nothing I wouldn't do, which is a lot, because y'all know y'all be tweaking. Peace.